Everybody, it's your girl Jynnette the Oracle, and I'm here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of August. And it's going to be for the sign of Gemini. And I think the stream is, oh, Taurus was good, but now you guys are a little splotchy, so maybe it's going to be like a every other video thing. I apologize, guys. But anyway, so yeah, this is going to be for the sign of Gemini. If you have a Gemini rising, sun, or moon sign, this is going to be for you. Thank you to everyone who participated in the July crystal grids. They were a really beautiful experience, and I was so happy to have fellow light workers touching base and sharing their grids, and really just coming together to combine our powers, so to speak, in service to not only our own personal healing, the healing of our family and our ancestors, but as well as the elementals, earth, people in other countries, because I started getting the call, or I answered the call to do some grids for Sudan back in June. So yeah, thank you to everybody who participated. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, welcome to August. We survived eclipse season. Oh my goodness, that was rough. I'm so glad it's over. I mean, we're not fully out of the woods yet, but it's definitely not as intense as it was. Thank goodness. So I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be focusing a lot on my health this month because my body was really going through it, and it's really just wanting to clear and to purge. So I'm actually going to be doing some cleansing this month to support my body vehicle, and make sure that I'm up and up on that which is my responsibility, which is my health, right? And yeah, so the next quarter of classes for the Lightworker Academy will be coming up in October. So I will actually be opening enrollment soon to give time for folks to sign up for any of the classes that are going to be there. So if you want to get a heads up about that, please sign up for my newsletter that comes out every week. I offer exclusive discounts and announcements on classes and workshops and things like that in there. And that's the best way to keep tabs. And please also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, at Alchemy. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. I'm actually going to clear your space. I didn't do it for Taurus because I wasn't really called for it, but I'm going to do for you. So. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that, Gemini. Your overall message for the month from Spirit. So this is what it'd be good for you to focus on as you go about your days throughout this month, as well as how you make your decisions. But this is the card of home, and this is about seeing the truth of what's presented for you, whether it's person, circumstances, or things, and really checking in to see if it's in alignment or not, if it feels like home or not. I think that this month is really going to find you in a place of a lot of personal power and a lot of centeredness that you might not have experienced for a little while. And I think that's good for you, Gemini. I think that's really, really good for you. This card is so vibrant. The colors are so rich, so deep. There's a lot of maturity here. So you may have had to go through a lot of growing up. I mean, we're about, 2 months into your solar year, right? Because you had your birthday back in May, June. So what have you learned? How are you developing strength? How are you growing? Are you more focused now? That's what a lot of this is. Can you stand in your power? Can you stand in the inheritance that you have? as a person, as a soul, as a being, and live from that truth and align all aspects of your life with that truth. No pressure. All right, so for relationships, those of you who are in committed partnerships, this is actually, it feels really healthy. It's it feels like you and your partner are doing some necessary assessments right now, but from a very balanced way. And so assessments meaning like, you know, checking in to see like how things have been working in the relationship. You know, if you guys live together, if you're married, like how the management of finances have been going, maybe the raising of the kids. Like it feels like a good touch base. And I think that any places where there does need to be some additional support or some correction, you guys are going to be more willing this month to make that shift together and take action. And if things are positive and you're wanting to push forward ahead, like you will be able to make some good ground. But it's a really it's an interesting energy for the committed folks. It's like, yeah, again, it just feels solid. It feels centered in a way that I'm not used to feeling for you guys, you know, because you're mutable energy, but it's pretty balanced. It's pretty clear. So I like it. And it's showing up in your relationships for sure. My hair. Oh goodness. All right. And again, I apologize about this video. I might actually have to wait longer between the videos because I had a good amount of time break between Aries and Taurus, and the Taurus video came out pretty clear. But I didn't wait as long for you guys. So definitely check your other signs, and maybe by that time I'll figure out the timing for that so that your other videos are clear. Okay, so for those of you who are single and looking or dating, so two messages. One, for a group of you, it's important for you to, well, okay, so for both groups, this is about holding the vision of what it is that you want. Now, for the first group, it's about not distracting yourself with folks that you already know aren't really what you want. You know, Geminis love conversation, they love meeting new people and all of that, but in all honesty, that actually just slows down or create obstacles for what you do want to come to you. Potentially, again, you know, it just depends, but I would say don't give people more time than they really need to have. So, you know, if you had a date or two and you know you're not like, not that anything's wrong with the person, but you just know that they're not what you want exactly, or they don't have those qualities or whatever it is, you don't need to keep dating them for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, just cut it and go. All right. Now, for those of you who maybe are not as actively dating and, you know, again, the universe is still asking you to hold on to the vision, maybe you're actually feeling that, or maybe you're getting frustrated and discouraged and going to the other extreme and actually not engaging with the process. And that's also not what you want to do, right? Don't lose hope. Don't become cynical. Don't also run yourself in circles trying to figure out how to like beat the system like or outsmart the universe or whatever. It's just like, it hold to what you want, okay? Because you're always going to get the good, bad, and the ugly in life, okay? It's just a matter of how long you're going to engage with something in terms of the first group, or if you're even going to engage with life at all, and to think that there's only one of those three opportunities. So, you know, depending on where you're sitting with that, Gemini, for those of you single and looking, yeah. And, you know, if you are dating somebody, you might be at a spot right now this month, or you might come to a place this month where there's an important conversation about what it is that you want and what it is that the other person wants. And it's going to be really important for you to not go into negotiator mode sooner than necessary. If that makes sense. Keep the focus first and foremost on what it is that you want. And if there is an opportunity then to negotiate on things, if you're on the same page, that's great. But don't think of other first before you think of yourself. Okay. Because I think there's going to be I think there might be a tendency for you to behave like a Libra, which means that you put yourself last and ultimately end up not getting your needs met. So don't do that. Now for money, let's see. This actually can go either two ways, but I think ultimately it is going to go positively. It just might be uncomfortable. So there is a shift in money. Like things are, I think there is more of a sense of growth. So if you have more money coming in this month, pack it away, because I do think that something is potentially going to be coming up either later in the month or in September that's going to require those additional funds. And you're like some kind of, you know, surprise bill, or doesn't have to be even anything negative. You might want to put a down payment on a trip or something, or whatever it is, or maybe like, yeah, you're looking for a house and you end up like finding something that you like, and you have to like put a little bit more down than you thought. There might be some repairs that are needed, whatever it is. But if you are, again, if you're in a growth phase with your money, bank that money in preparation for something that might be coming down the road that you need to take care of. Okay, that way you won't be stressed or strained. I already finished my tea in the last video. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get a little clarification on this though, because it feels like it can go positive or negative. And I feel like if it goes negative, it's going to be more so related to work stuff. And if it's a positive, you know, preparation for an expenditure later on, it's going to be because like it's an investment into something like home or travel or repairs or something. Yeah, so, well, the message is the same actually from the clarification. Is you're in a good space, just stay on top of it. Be more conservative with your funds, because there is going to be some type of financial strain, whether it's something that helps you to build or something where it is really a loss. Whatever it is, it's not relevant for this moment, but just conserve your resources. Okay. Now, in terms of career and work, Ooh, excuse me. Hmm. One second, guys. Career stuff is iffy. I think there's some, it's kind of like there's some rumblings under the surface that you're aware of. Like there might be a lot of changes happening, maybe in the department or with the corporation itself. But things seem to be at a standstill, but you can sense or you've been able to pick up, you know, maybe folks have been talking or you've been seeing stuff in the news. And you're wondering like, what's going to be coming next for you, what choice you might have to make. So this might be work might be tricky this month. Especially, I mean, that's never fun. Like if there's layoffs happening in like some area of the company or some store is getting shut down or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to keep my job? You know, it's, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely like an unsettled feeling. And it feels more like a warning, like a danger, Will Robinson, as opposed to something like actually happening right now. So if you are picking up that sense that something is a little off, this would be a confirmation for you that something is off. Okay, so again, if money is good right now, bank your money. If you've been thinking about leaving possibly for the future, maybe you haven't been happy there, keep your eyes open and peeled, but it's a little too unsettled for my liking, which is odd because I feel like the past couple months things have been really good for you there. But again, it may just be external. It might not necessarily affect you, but you do need to be prepared, because this kind of instability I don't like, because you just might be part of the collateral damage of whatever is going on. Okay, so just, yeah, stay on top of it. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, I feel like, listen, if you feel like you might be let go or you're wondering about that, book a reading with me, because I'll be able to get a sense of that. Unfortunately, I have a lot of people who tend to get in those situations, and spirit always comes through and tells them clearly so they can plan, you know, whether it's a yes or no. So if that is your situation, definitely please reach out for a reading. Okay, so let's go week by week and see what's get a little bit more detail and see if we can get some more clarification. So week 1, oh, that was fast. 9 of Cups, very nice. Week 2, 7 of Swords, not so nice. Week 3, I'll go ahead and take that. 7 of Cups, so double 7. And let's see, week 4. The Star. Everyone is getting Star in this last week. Now, this is the first time it's come out as the energy of the week itself, but both Aries and Taurus had Star come out in clarification in the 4th week. And this is on the grounds of 8 of Swords. So yeah, this is, I do not like this energy overall. And I feel like it's more work energy, work stuff, whether you work for yourself or work for a corporation, but this is a little too murky. So you got to make sure you protect yourself and keep pushing through. Ultimately, things will be fine with the Star there at the end. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan. So let's see what this 9 of Cups is here in the first week. Let's get some clarification on that, because that talks about being in a place of fulfillment, being in your zone, which is very much this original card, the home card. So we got Wheel of Fortune. That's beautiful. That's Jupiter energy. So those are blessings and fortune turning in your favor. So that's really nice. Then we got Strength. That's even better because that's the Leo card. So you are good. And we got the Empress. So that first week with the Knight of Swords at the bottom, yeah, there's a lot of progress that can be made this week. So I think that's where I was picking up, you know, some kind of increase that's happening for you, possibly financially, but in general, there's some kind of shift in fortune and betterment that happens there. And it's really good. But I think it does very much have to relate to money specifically. And it might not be like a huge lump sum thing, but it's whatever's going on. It's definitely positive, and it's owed to you, so it's good. So let's see. Second week we have that Seven of Swords, so that's the tricky energy. That's when we have the first quarter square moon in Scorpio. Seven of Swords. It's like the beginnings of getting stressed out, like having to manage a lot of things, but you're still on top of it, so that can be good. And making sure that you rely on help, but it also can talk about lies, whether lying to yourself, not wanting to face something, or there being distrustful energy around you. So let's see. The Devil card. So this is going to be the negative version of the card. Whether it's an internal devil or external. Internal devil would be, you know, self-sabotaging thoughts or patterns or things that you do not want to face because you don't want to step into your power for whatever reason. External could be outside authority or things that are being kept from you as a way to control. So we got Three of Cups. So this may involve other people. So again, that could very much be that work energy. Could be a boss, supervisor, manager. Whoop. And then we got the Hermit. All these major arcana, and at the bottom of that, we got the Lover's card. Now, what's interesting with that is both Mars and Venus are, and the Sun are going to be, and Mercury too, will be in Virgo by the end of the month. And then there's actually going to be a Mars-Venus conjunction. So with work though, because that's really what's coming through the strongest, is there's some sense of kind of being isolated and not really knowing what's going on. There's a lot of gossip that's happening about what potentially is going on with the company. Whoever I'm reading this for, because like, I mean, obviously you could be working for yourself or whatever, but what seems to be strongest is there's an issue at a job for somebody who's actually working for a corporation. There's a lot of talk. You're really you're either feeling isolated because you don't have all the info, like maybe all the managers are talking amongst themselves, but nobody knows below that, or you're trying to keep yourself busy and stay out of it because it's just too crazy. But yeah, things are purposefully being hidden from you about whatever is going on at work. Sorry about that. Sorry to see that that's there. Okay, so the Eight of Swords came back out for, this is for clarification for week 3, which has that Seven of Cups. Eight of Swords came back out, so it's that stress and worry, but also having to defend the outside toxicity, and toxicity is definitely there because the Devil came out. Devil card actually came out also with Taurus, so you may want to watch Taurus, especially if you have a lot of placements in Taurus in your chart, although they had it in the last week. So there's some defense that needs to happen to protect yourself there. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, and we do have the Emperor. Taurus also got the Emperor, so again, you might want to go watch the Taurus video. So, you know, what the sense I'm getting from this is like, keep your head down. Focus on what is yours to do, maintain your strength, maintain your boundaries, and where it is that you want to go. Don't get caught up in the drama that's happening around you, because there's nothing to do with you. I don't actually see, at least through this point so far, any issues with your money, because Eight of Pentacles is a very fruitful energy. So again, that message that came through earlier about conserving your resources is still holding true. Okay, so that's too many. So this last week with the Star, which is obviously a radical shift in energy, and it's healing, and but it's also your dreams and visions for the future. We have Nine of Pentacles. I love to see that, because that's an additional that's a growth energy going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. So money is definitely strong. So save. Then we got Ace of Wands. So there's a new opportunity that's coming through. I won't take these, but I'll tell you what they are. The Hanged Man and Three of Swords. Too many cards. That's so funny. I knew I was going to get this. This is the mystery card. Clarified by the Hierophant, the High Priest. So this is Taurus. So, okay. Go watch the Taurus video. There's something in there that you need information about. Underneath that is the Five of Cups. So there is some kind of change. So there's something here about you having to stand your ground that I'm getting from Spirit. Whether that's stand your ground in your principles and you stay there, or stand your ground in your principles and you choose to walk away. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, which is the independent energy, and the One, the Ace of Swords, that feels more like a conscious leaving or purposeful leaving as opposed to being let go. Although with the Five of Cups there, it might be a situation where there's a lot of changes happening corporately, and maybe they want to move you to another position, which is going to be more work for either the same or less pay. And you have to decide if you're going to keep it and stay on, or if you're going to leave and go somewhere that's going to actually be more worthy of you and your skills. So that's what you'll have to check in with. But regardless, if you stay or if you go, the choice needs to be made as it relates to the long-term vision that you have. So if staying actually means that you'll be able to get what you want down the road there, then you stay, okay? And then you tough it out. If leaving is going to be better, then you leave. But it can't be an ego decision. It needs to really be a heart. And by heart, I don't mean emotion. Soul, heart, soul purpose. Okay. What are you trying to build in the next 10 years? Can you do that with this company? Is there opportunity for growth? So this feels like heavily work stuff, and which I'm fine with. So I think relationship stuff is going to be good, but yeah, this is tumultuous energy. I am, again, sorry to see that this is going on, but I do encourage you, please reach out and book a reading with me, especially if you're trying to figure out if you may potentially be let go, if some of that is happening corporately. And I'll be able to pull the information from the Spirit to see for you. That way you can be prepared in the way that you need to. And also, if you're looking at different different locations for applying or interviewing for a job, I can check that for you too to see energetically like what actually is going to be good or no. All right. So that is your reading, Gemini. I hope that you enjoyed. Go watch the Taurus video, like I said. Please subscribe to the channel and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I will see you next month. I love you so much and be blessed. Bye.